As we were.
We almost there.
I guess.
Tired.
Actually, man.
We're a little slow.
Where are we? We almost there. We're almost home, Layla. It's okay. A bit of a bump. That was fun.
Easy. We're almost there.
We're almost there, friend. Promise I'll take care of you.
Focus on your breathing. Save your strength.
Now my baby
In through the nostrils. Up through the mouth.
dies. It's just gonna stop. You know what? I'm not sure. Hold on.
Oh, these are some nice sacks. Layla, can you pass this to the back of the cot, please? My mask?
I'm
What
not
is this?
waiting.
The mask.
You just yeet it over there, whoever hit it.
So help me if the gates aren't open. I am going to break them. Of course I didn't. Why would they ever do their job in the morning? Oh, thank goodness for Gobby. One of these days we should just keep the damn gates open. Where are they wanting people to take those that are injured, Gobby?
Probably straight to the clinic.
Okay, I wasn't sure if it was going to be an overflow situation.
I would take it. Anyone that's in immediate need goes in first. Everyone else who can stand it for a while
Oh,
longer.
oh, looks like some of you are here. We are
Oh,
going
there's
to the guild hall, just so you
there's-
know.
Guild Hall, okay. Well, there's a lot more where that came from.
Alright.
Plenty of people in various states of disrepair.
We're going to the guild hall. Put everyone in the guild hall. The tables are set up to help. Go to the guild hall.
What happened in the building?
Excuse
Oh,
me,
here they
shortest path.
Picking up the devil.
Change of plans. We're going to the guild hall, apparently.
How are you gonna drop it off?
Yeah, they all go.
Just lady. I've never seen that lady. Hi, lady.
She has white hair. She's
Please
pretty.
move Karen back. There's suicide door.
Oh, get back.
I'm assuming down here.
I imagine so.
They said tables. Now that she's carried them back over the course of the day, does she look any different than she did upon removal from the golem?
Looking at it, it seems as if all of the small scratches and marks and things, the couple of other slashes and things that she got from being ripped and torn out of a sharp wooden object seem to have healed without anything even being regarded as like a scar or a mark. It's completely gone.
Basically, her skin is like markless, basically.
Yes. Yeah, after having presumably taken the time to wash the gratuitous amount of dirt and dust and things off of her, it also just seems like, yeah, she's in pretty good health. All things around, she is not injured at all. She just seems to be in some sort of state of complete exhaustion.
Gotcha.
Layla?
Who's injured the worst?
Probably any number of them. I believe Thomas over there is especially bad off.
Okay.
She's still kind of.
I can keep an eye on.
Who's not injured that can help Layla up on the table? Please.
Not injured? No. Strong enough to do so, yes.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Don't worry about it. I'm just doing what I expected to do.
Who's most gravely injured?
Just gonna look over.
I climb off of you.
Probably
Injury, see if any of
Thomas.
over on it.
I'm pretty sure he's completely out cold.
The expedition, if you already know a rundown of what has happened, please let Effie know.
Where's Rasmus?
And myself. I don't know where Effie is, actually.
Effie
Right
was...
here.
Oh, okay.
She
I'm
was
sorry.
here.
Hi.
I'm gonna move some of the strings that are...
Alright.
Excuse.
I was only gone for a
This
little
one
while.
isn't too bad.
Since you guys have
This
stayed out of trouble.
one. Pluck.
Just have some pain.
And then strengthen one more towards your core. That keeps together. Yeah, I know. It sucks. I'm sorry.
Hey,
Are you otherwise
okay?
preoccupied?
are you injured?
It's barely held together by his own.
This one?
Eva, dear.
I'd like to understand
And I'm on a timer
What's-
right now.
Come here.
when we found her, she was completely covered in cuts, bruises alike. In just a day's time, they've healed over no scars, but she doesn't seem to be awakening still.
He's going to be just
She's
fine.
my
You're going to be just fine.
best and
Okay?
only
Everyone's
friend.
going to be just fine.
Oh my
Alright, I'll see what I can do.
You'll probably be able to feel something weird there in a second.
Something I can
Don't
do
say
to
that.
help,
That won't
just
help him.
let me know.
Doesn't help
Hello.
anyone to think that.
Enjoy.
I was already given the rundown.
Don't yell at me. I didn't do it.
I'm just happy that you're both
turning
here.
silver.
We're gonna check for pulse.
Maybe not put a bullet.
Pulse is there and seems stable.
Alright. She is living.
I am barely keeping him alive. On strings.
She's not waking up.
Those things eat a lot.
I'm trying to remember what the potion's called. It's the, I think the stim. Stimulant potion.
I'm not sure. Before, the last time she was awake, she was
injuries that are nasty.
pulled into a construct of the
Laceration is
veil,
basically sutured back
being used
together
to
on his
effectively
arm.
act as its
The bite mark on his neck is starting to bleed again.
It may have been the case for a
bullet wounds
long
that were basically
time.
patched before in his chest are starting to
I'm
leak
not sure if
blood
it's a
again. They were
matter of
patched, but they've
mana
definitely been jostled.
depletion or something else.
And his hand
But
is being amputated and hastily
I'm
stuck.
trying. I have to undo
I
a
cannot
couple of the
risk
lesser wounds to
hurting
try and
her.
maintain that
She
big one.
needs everything.
Acid burn to the skin
about it
here
sooner
and
we
there. Just
Understood.
so if anybody can sense mana,
I'm just gonna quickly move over to the other
You
side.
guys want to focus on?
A lot of noise over here.
Completely drained.
Actually,
Boss, we're just gonna slide her over here.
Ayla can sense how much mana is in somebody.
Yes.
Ayla,
Cover up all the wounds
I want to
Vale.
make sure that you're okay too.
Do you have a pet
First,
Can you let me know which one you're working on? So I can
Give me a second.
do
do it more properly.
you're more important
She's gonna undo the
Oh.
hasty.
than my
I'm assuming that's a good thing.
Yes, it is. They've done it before.
Actually,
arguably.
speaking of... Oh, yes, I almost couldn't tell for a second who that was under all the shadow.
So you have more time to work on them.
Tyrion's been
Yeah.
through worse than this.
Undoing some of these smaller
Can you...
Where did
She went over back to that table.
Stop the
Okay, yes, I can go grab it.
Check with her, please.
I'm gonna start here.
Okay, start now. Ready? Are you cleaning off the blood off of them? Like the excess blood?
Yes. Yeah, they're gonna
You'll be able to see where
to see where everything else is.
Yeah, you'll be able to see where a lot of the injuries are just based on the scars and stuff. Healing magic has closed them, but they are like breaking apart at scar sites.
Okay.
I'll be pulling activation strings at your legs and feet right now while they're doing the top. Just so you know there'll be pain.
Oh yeah, his cheek as well is partially split back open from the bullet that basically ripped through his cheek.
Talk about it later. We can think about it together. Right now, you also need to rest. You should sit.
And I'm going to
Yes.
Are you able to check them out
a little bit.
How much mana they
I'm
have?
gonna cut this one.
I am. Times like these, I wish
Most of his legs aren't
going taught me something more useful like healing magic.
Keeping them asleep.
Seems someone healed this all already.
Okay, pardon me, sorry.
Too rough.
Figure out what's going on here.
Too much. Stay closed. So I'm just gonna bandage this back closed.
The left leg just above the knee.
So kind of, so basically Ayla can siphon magic in and out, and she can detect when somebody is exhausted or poisoned. So if there's that kind of effect, then she would be able to tell.
Smaller ones leading up to the majors.
Because of the sky.
Inside this woman's body, you can feel essentially what is akin to like a magical blood clot. It seems as if there's been a whole bunch of mana held in one place for so long, it's refusing to move or flow throughout her body like it should, causing her to have a difficult time, more or less, waking up and functioning normally. You can use your ability essentially to dislodge that and help it start flowing again after like a few seconds of channeling.
Basically what I'm asking is if they're
Alright, I think
Yes, they are open.
I haven't really seen this before, but I will attempt to, if I can, pinpoint where it is. There's almost like a magical clot of some sort. It's been pent up. It's making it so she essentially can't have it naturally flow through the entirety of her body, and I think it's making her sick.
Makes sense. She was basically trapped within a construct of the Vale for God knows how long.
I'm gonna do my best to reduce it without making her feel more ill, so she'll focus on where she thinks the clot is like most, you know, combined at, and then reduce it, and then help replace it by, like, you know, brushing along the limbs and guiding it to be
He
throughout
always
her
was a
whole
curious
body.
one. He liked to wander.
It doesn't take a lot of your energy, but it does take a lot of time and
It's nice
very
to see.
careful channeling. That of which you're able to do, though, with your skill of using this ability, though.
More people that can help.
After a small amount of time, you start to eventually see the clot, for lack of a better term, start to get smaller and smaller until eventually you could feel a healthy flow of mana start to more or less overtake once again.
You're only idiots when I'm not.
Don't make him pass out from pain.
Good
That is
here.
a thing.
It seems that it's settling, but we'll have to check up on her. For now, we'll
And I'm currently patching
check. What is that person doing over Talia's body?
I don't know. I don't even know who that is.
All right. Well, this is for now.
I'll keep an eye on her.
And that's gonna be that sense
Thank you.
of calm,
Thank you.
He's waking.
sort of lulling you towards sleep if you're willing. It's those amplification magic that she uses.
He's fighting it for a moment.
Hi, Tyrion. I think you should rest now.
Later.
We'll talk when you wake up. Go for it. I'm right here.
Probably the one
Okay, I'm about to snip it.
Nothing's happening, it's over now.
I'm gonna restitch it. Take out these old stitches. Feel like they're falling apart anyway. Get back. It's giving you sort of warnings. Oh, my house.
Back, you idiot! You went off and got yourself almost killed without me again. How do you think I feel?
One more. It's the shoulder.
I thought there would be no more of these duo missions without me.
I'm gonna keep those until
Should be a trio.
done, and then
Be less bloody. You can't just go off without your friends anymore.
A bit of bandages and a pack.
Yeah, friends.
Ready?
Dad.
Ready in the shoulder.
You just worn out.
and I haven't done your big ones yet, just so you know. So that's coming next. Your biggest wounds are about to see.
Moves up and the torsos crumpled like a table.
That is,
You'll be fine.
Because he's definitely gonna lurch on this.
I've punctured, I'll take
Okay.
it.
Might want to.
I've already patched it sort.
Okay.
I've already
Your
patched it
first
sort of.
wounds are about to come at you. Your one and only warning. Ready? Cuts the last one.
Nothing to treat together.
Do you know if anyone's seen Thomas? Still, don't move too much. You'll open your
Thomas is literally right there.
No, there's a little bit more I need to do.
We'll take it to the
Keep breathing. Face me. You gotta cough up blood, cough up to the side. Don't look up, cough to the side.
If you look at her, your eyes, I don't know if it's possible for you to see or not, but definitely inhale some fumes.
Keep still as you can for me.
How
about with the sound of the
Still critical.
Right back, I'm going to the proper and I'll teleport back to you.
what do you mean? I heard that Rosewood is not.
Just seems lost.
Check this.
Stipulations.
Hey, I need to check it. I need to check that. Calm down. Keep calm. Talk steady. Keep your mind steady. Use your self-power. Keep calm mind. Got it. So, steady mind.
Just
I understand the shock, but we need you awake.
How did this happen?
Wondering? No, but I need to fix it.
the spirit that goes into the body, but that's another sad situation to solve.
Great.
I need to redo the bandage.
Okay.
You don't even know about the first contact, do you?
Who's the first contact?
Careful when you move. Put your arm down now, you're good. I think that's everything.
I'm not a guard anymore.
Glad I learned the skills I did.
I have some energy back.
Still crying.
Just make sure something is.
Check his pulse, see if it's steady.
Fox, she's going to check to see if there's any sort of lingering afflictions from whatever was holding her inside of that construct. Other than just, like, the exhaustion, but it's more, is there anything else affecting her that she couldn't see?
Thank you.
Alright, don't push yourself, alright?
Does anyone else need help?
How much magic do you think you have?
Any more calls?
After a bit of scanning, you can see that she seems to be more or less fine.
Gone, yes. Nope. More bear. Yeah, a while ago.
Alright, well, I think we can get here. So we're going to meet the new mayor.
Just don't try anything. What's in your plate, alright?
I can do this.
Roll out from getting cars.
What is
I assume DM will not let them die. Sort of important.
The cat, I think the thing is it also what's going on right now?
Yeah, I'll be one round for you.
Oh my god, it is just a normal office.
She's assuming that it was triaged.
Let's see what Elisande's doing.
Hello, strange, normal-looking cat that wasn't normal-looking so many moments ago.
Yeah, I do that. I was doing his contract that she signed for.
Elisande.
Hi, Elisande, you need assistance?
Someone's gone through
Don't
and
bother
has
with
him
me.
out.
You'll be wasting
2 days.
resources. I'm watching over her,
The
that's
three
all I
of us and
care
a couple
about.
others went on a small mission.
You know what? I just
And
noticed
who's
that.
this?
This would be my one and only friend I've ever had.
Apparently, he decided
You
to
Flora.
deal with sea
And are they
Speak out,
stable?
doesn't?
to join us.
The one who we were looking for in the Vale.
Magic-wise,
One of
barely an
Wolfred's
Someone they have been treated.
He
Yes. It's just now a matter of time for them to
at the end
wake
of the
up.
day, to put it
From
simply,
what I can tell,
his contract ran out, which would have made things significantly worse, so I chose to extend it.
Steadily. It's not
So I just ran out.
I still have some leftover fishing wire. That's gonna have to do for now.
Oh, you're no longer a cat, I'm sorry, I've had you. You're no longer.
Sit.
Yeah,
Show me
quite a
where.
bit. He burned himself down to the wire between his contract and using his other magic.
Tell me what needs stitching.
He's tougher than this, and if he died, I would
told
go back down to the ocean.
you don't need to bother.
Not a need. Duty. You are a denizen of this town. You will be treated like any other.
No, don't.
I am not a denizen of this town. Never was.
I very much like my husband alive.
More life.
That is a choice for you to make, but until you leave these walls, you will get the service as given a citizen.
There's 8 more on that table right there. By Mr. Thomas.
You have helped us make it through the forest without
He said
little
what?
problems.
If he ever holds me back, I might kill him.
It is a given.
I'm joking, honey.
I will give back.
Any of you guys need painkillers?
You know it's probably.
Just gonna kind of pull up the side of the bodice, and there is a still bleeding gash that has basically been only kind of held back by the fact that the clothing is tight.
Very lovely.
See, he's tilted over, but he's dry.
I hear somebody mention date over there. Hold on. I was listening to a big elf thing. Somebody over there mentioned date. I think this is Kelton.
Slowly rotting.
That's design.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm antiseptic.
Let's
One moment.
Kelton. He looks.
Both.
The walls burn.
So, it's a spirit. Okay, so when, so Kelton should be fine. Yeah. Kelton made a spirit that was harassing him.
Okay, so the spirit is
Oops.
Dishon?
Currently in control.
Is that the only one?
Like Dyson? Like the broom company?
The only one that's probably not going to close it.
More or less.
Most of the rest mostly hit the parts of me that are made of wood. Those don't bleed.
Is there anything I can help with?
I see. If something opens, tell me.
Elisande would be able to have control of the body. He's been a pain in our ass.
Oh, you want me to knock some sense into
No. He specifically
I can knock some sense into
solving problems on purpose.
Yeah, that's
Do they come to consciousness yet at all?
It doesn't feel like anything else is affecting her.
Well, it might take a bit for her.
However long it takes us,
so that way he could go to save everyone, and then he ended up having to be the meat shield that everyone could protect because he was so ridiculous.
It's me.
It doesn't look like he stayed in the fucking back.
This definitely doesn't look like
It's a good sign to hear something.
Oh, don't
Come
look
on.
that. No, that doesn't look good.
Alright, I'll let you keep monitoring.
But someone stabs the mayor and they get off.
And they didn't invite me.
I know.
You were gone.
Can you hear me?
This is the joke.
Where did Tel go? You know, that's a good question.
Saw him going upstairs earlier.
Yes, he's
Very nice. At least you didn't lose your wedding ring.
It's okay. It's okay.
I might be able to try on something a little less.
I'm deciding still whether or not to kill you right now. Also, apparently you're telling people my cooking is terrible. How dare you? I'll make a feast just for you so that you can get better. You and Eva can taste together.
Good job.
That Lily would like to try and help you. I'm assuming it's
You're welcome for holding you together. He's on
your back.
I'll be nearby.
What you have going on.
Do you feel alright?
In trouble.
It's okay.
It's just been a long time.
Clean off the blood a little bit.
Do you want to sit up? I can help you.
Definitely glad.
She's gonna go all the way up to
You're no longer in the Vale.
Outside.
I'm always available.
It doesn't want to touch them anymore.
Need some more coffee? Still just in my office or not.
Are they still here? Oh, I see what you're doing.
Amelia, if you took on the contract, you need this.
Sorry, I didn't get to be rude out of character.
It was mostly just the mana.
Alright, so she triages.
I mean,
How do you feel?
I mean, I'll take it, but...
Amelia? Oh my god.
It's like...
Take care, alright?
You too, right?
She's gonna take a very close look because of everyone's concern about being the worse off. But she knows she's gonna be under the burns or...
I mean, I'm not sure how you are physically, but...
The crackings? Okay.
Trying to
So,
go
like, what do you mean by crackings?
Goes on the gauntlet.
She had taken a lot of blood the previous night, so to help accelerate her healing.
To think you were that close all that time.
Is that the worst of what happened?
The only reason I'd be able to walk around is because it wasn't as bad as
She gently pulls the bandage
They
back.
were not fighting us, there was a guard.
Yes.
I've been, just about...
It is you. It's your voice.
The ones that were on Delilah?
In the... mostly flesh.
I don't know what to say, what was out there, but that's what I can't even fathom what that was.
What have they done now?
I've got light and
Why is there so many people here?
These are all the people that went into the Vale. The ones that were with me and the others looking elsewhere. A lot of people got hurt. This is the largest place I could treat everybody at once. You included.
I can try and help. I can try and help.
Are you sure? Are you able to?
I'll just create some nectar in my hands.
Would it have the smell of
Why can't I? Why can't I use my magic?
It's... Your mana has been blocked for a long time. It's just recently begun to be able to flow again.
So we need to get it out of the system somehow, but I don't know what it is.
I have the little one with me. May be able to help them produce the same.
Antitoxin or something, I've never seen it.
Oh my god.
What?
I promised I'd finally take care of them again.
Oh, you!
There wasn't an alteration
poison
fight or anything, was there?
This mana potion.
No, not anything specific. No, what not to touch.
Here, take a look. Maybe you have...
I wouldn't let anybody take them away.
That's already
Even before I knew how much it meant to.
Hi. Is it some weird Vale shit? Oh my god!
Sometimes I but do you by any chance know what poison got into?
Oh, no, not at all. I just know what not to touch in there.
I will step away for a brief moment.
If you could get someone that might know what this is, we need to
bodies. If you saw bodies in the forest, you would have seen people with similar marks like this attacked by those of the Vale.
Oh dear.
They're gonna essentially just start doing what you normally do for like poisoned wounds, so like siphoning out the poison
Toxin
blood
from my kind. Those
as
who
best they can.
been turned into denizens of the Vale touched. That is toxin from them.
Are you aware of how to clean it?
Oh, you would know this is
normal poison.
You would know this is not just a normal poison, but a magical affliction. In a sense, it's the curse of the Vale.
This is
It's
more
a
than
mix.
just a poison. It is magical in nature as well. It is effectively a liquid form of the Vale's curse.
Then I have a simple question. Is there a way to treat it, remove it, or anything of the like?
Yes.
I can try on the magical aspect, but the toxin I would not know. I am not a... I do not specialize in such things.
Then we will do what we know. We will be... I am currently just doing what I know, which is removing any poisoned blood or poison in general from his system. We will need an antitoxin, and you do what you do.
Well, if I am doing what I do, I don't know if... just because I found out apparently it can hurt people nearby me. If you have any... If anybody in this vicinity has an aversion to light magic, you'll probably want to step back.
Okay. I do, but I'm not going to care. I can't feel it.
Okay,
just
well
ignore any noises you hear.
This is probably going to hurt. Just giving you the warning.
It will.
She's going to try to work at least on the magical aspects of that poison to make it easier for them to remove the toxins.
DM present.
And I'm going to be...
They're trying to deal with the Vale.
Okay. Other than just putting in light magic, is there anything specific that you're doing?
This is her curse-breaking ability to work on the Vale magic part of it while they're working on the actual poison.
Yeah, I am actively
healing
I'm actively siphoning out the poison as you would surgically, and trying to basically just remove any of the contaminated parts of the blood as best as possible. You know, normal poison treatment.
And Effie's trying to provide magical healing, trying to heal off the non-infected parts so hopefully it doesn't spread, and come in behind what Star's character is doing.
Alright, I'm going to...
As you are all doing these, you are able to seemingly remove the poison and the curse from his system, but he will feel a lasting weakness for some time, or unclear amount of time. But yeah, you are able to deal with the actual source of the problem.
And do you want to do the secondary effects for you, or you could?
Well, two things. One, do I manage to get, like, because you're using a syringe to siphon it out, basically. Do I get a syringe of the poison?
It will be mixed with his blood and possibly other stuff.
Okay, so diluted.
But
okay, got it.
Yeah.
And the other thing is,
you could figure out something to do with it.
She's sizzling.
Yes. Would you like a roll for
I'm
that?
sizzling. Yes.
Okay.
That's not
roll.
I warned her.
Yeah, you did, but she doesn't feel it, so she can keep going without flinching.
He was just fucked up the night.
With a 15, it's definitely affecting you, but it's not horrible.
Cool, thank you. I can't wait to look like Deadpool by the end of the character's life.
With it caught so early, it has not had enough time to take hold of his body. Were he left alone for a long period of time, well, possibly would have more than one flower. Fortunately, this is...
I think I got all I can.
Were you able to get some?
Yes, I have it in a syringe. It's a bit diluted, but...
What's the last thing you remember?
I think it's diluted.
Recall us finding you.
And some other things.
Effie's gonna start addressing the internal damage.
Not really.
there any organ
When we
damage or
found
anything
you,
like
you
that,
were
so she's gonna go in.
encased within effectively a wooden golem, one of the larger it almost looked like one of the keepers, but more like a mobile prison.
Fixing up, and then she'll heal up with magic afterwards.
We had to
quality.
physically force it to let go of you before it would stop.
That one needs food there.
Which one?
That one there
one?
needs food.
Yes.
Oh.
Can you
More than likely, that's where you've been since we were talking to each other, both recently and all those years ago.
Oh, good. Sitting up. Hello.
What is
I don't remember a lot of when you weren't here. I think I remember hearing some voices, but I don't recall it.
She's training really, basically. So she's
like a clean breakthrough, but
she's gonna grab your
Whatever it was,
hold onto your leg, Lily, and she's
it's over.
sensing how much you're putting in, and she's gonna slow it.
How good is Lily at
You must have been there for
giving?
hundreds of years.
Having been a doctor and
But again, Ayla's
You were there before that place even was the way it was.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool. You will see. Have you seen signs of mana poisoning before? Yes.
What is it like now?
Okay.
All I can remember is
Okay, cool. Then you're gonna catch on to it very quickly.
what it was like when the dragons came and they started breathing fire and destroying it. I don't.
Yeah. So Ayla will kind of.
The what?
That's what they called it. The Great Burning. What destroyed the Great Forest, and when it came back, it was a shadow of its former self.
but one of the people she left behind was alive.
They call it the Vale now. A place where the spirits within do everything in their power to keep most of the rest of the world from ever coming back inside. And the few that aren't removed from there,
I doubt that's gonna happen.
She has elected to.
and
But to make sure things
like
close
me,
up, no reinfection or anything.
Good job.
you were there when it, at least your voice was, when it happened.
My sister was grabbed by her spirit.
When that happened, I suppose. Enough of going through it the same way as I am.
Brought food from cafe.
Thank you, Lily. Thank you.
Hey, girl.
Elisande, not to interrupt, but I saw you using your magic. And how are you? Are you mana drained? What's going on with you?
Metamorphosis.
I should be fine.
They got up.
I had to put my finger on it.
Probably that one. When
She's just gonna poke you and like sense what level you're at.
Happy heads.
She was casting an aura spell on a huge group of people for the entirety of a day and went home without having her injuries treated. She is fucking so cap right now.
Elisande! Sorry for yelling. I know that probably doesn't sound very good. Okay, we're just... Can you sit down, please?
See the fatal injury and then
You can still have your conversation.
fucks
You don't need to use up your energy on me. It's fine.
Listen, this is like this is my thing. This is what I do. And I have Lily. This is a great training exercise. Because they are drained, so I'll get out. Do you want to come try again?
See if it works.
Alright, we'll be quiet and let you guys have your conversation, but you cannot just be wandering around and helping people under this condition.
There we go.
The last few things I need to do here before I can just stop bothering people.
The longest
Anyways.
without the antiseptic for anything open. I still have that one bottle we made.
So his wounds have been sutured and healed over with magic.
It's been like that for
Most likely,
hundreds of years. Closer to the last 1,000.
Put the marble at
No, you don't die. I can help.
Oh, fantastic. That's good to know.
Copy. Nobody's handless.
Yep.
Oh.
What's going on?
Right away.
Lily.
There's something else that you might
Right over there.
Sound good?
Nothing much.
Casimir.
Doing great. Hey, Cal. Oh,
He's here too.
Lily and Tyler walking around like they normally do. Lalani's acting like normal.
What?
Luna's acting like normal. She immediately went down to the jail cell.
But I thought you said that.
Thank you.
I thought you said that it's been 900 years. Was that 1,000?
I did. I wouldn't know where to begin as to how or why it happened, but
Call that council.
Yeah, that's why we were asking.
he's here. He's the reason I was able to find
Nothing. The same
this
thing
little one for you.
It flutters and fluctuates. The council meeting that we talked about
not
2 nights
healthy.
ago.
He needs
when
help as well.
he told us about the letter.
He's fading.
That's what we need to do, yeah.
So I would like to have a council meeting so we can discuss properly what to do with the inevitable and make sure that they're not, you know,
lack of control or
I it was too late.
spend every day in the jail cell.
I thought I was too late.
We're on the same page.
I can
I need to get up then.
I can
If he's fading,
Or the council.
Because they think we want to. Literally, I've held a meeting. I've gathered several members saying, hey, you're all good. You don't have to be in the jail cell. But they decide, no, they hate us. So we should be in the jail cell. Hello.
Can you please get that spare key for Wolfric's house?
Will do.
Yeah, no, that's great.
Elisande.
Yes.
Rest out.
At your convenience.
That's not
I'm trusting my sister.
Where is it? Does anyone know?
Well,
Yes, it is.
your jurisdiction.
Check on her.
I hope you're not seriously going to go
If
to
you have
be
a spot where you
using
think she would be best
The
placed,
wagons are so full.
then trust
I
me.
will have to see.
No one knew.
Just about to ask you to help me out.
This is a unique circumstance.
Alright. Oakland House 8, I believe it was.
I'll come find you and give it back as soon as I'm done.
Yep, have fun. Do what you have to do.
Sounds like you're old. Alright, well, is there not... Well, you said old age, natural causes.
I am feeling it more than I thought I would.
You'll find out! What's this? I'm not crazy. I ain't losing my mind. I ain't crazy.
Why are you not crazy? Oh, I don't think you're crazy. I didn't think you're crazy.
What is this place?
A town called Leefside. A place that exists on the edge of, the northern reaches of the Vale. The Great Forest, I should say.
There's a secretary behind me.
Ah, yes!
This is the place that I have been living next to for feels like the past year. I only came here because I was trying to find the Lotus. But then I found out that there was a chance to find you. It was because of the Lotus that I even was able to remember. But it might be a bit startling to see what's on the other side of the door here, but this is what I think may have been the reason he's here in this age. He's not dead. For whatever reason, this seems to be what is partially anchoring him to life. But it's fraying. Part of his being seems to be bound within here, but the rest is too. His body outside of it. I don't know how to reunite the two parts. The only thing I could think of was with the help of the Lotus. And then, in the process of trying to figure out a means to do so, I heard you again. After so long, I not only heard you, something happened. It was like I met you before you left on your journey to find him. Right at the time that you began to raise that one.
That's right. I started getting ready to leave, and but you're not anyone that I've met before I am trapped.
I don't know how or why it happened, but it made it clear, in a sense, where you were. Where you had gone to look for him. The only thing that has never been answered is how he ended up here in this time. But what time he has left might be running out. If I don't find a way to restitch the fraying fabric of his soul. It already should have fallen apart by now, but something has been keeping it together. Something that we don't know what or why it's decided to intervene.
I don't know why this is failing. I still can't believe that it's here. It's the coffin that she put him in. It's the device she used to trap him. The day of the coup and everything. It's here. Just like Rosalind described.
And furthermore,
it really is him.
he exists outside of it as well. The last I saw him on his feet, though, was him giving us the means to reach your lotus. To bring it back here.
I can feel him inside. Just below the lid. I'm so sorry. Sorry it wasn't quicker. I made it now. There's still hope. Maybe there's still hope.
He's not gone yet. I do not know how many more days, hours, minutes, whatever it is are left, but I have been working tirelessly to try to find a way. Never would I have thought that I would meet you again in the process.
Never did I think I'd feel anything again. I'm still having a hard time even seeing things, not jumping at small little sensations, the wind, the feeling of sun. I can't explain it. It's more than new to me. It almost feels alien.
If you were down where we found you for that entire time, it's no surprise. The world has changed heavily. From then to now, I can imagine. Just seeing where you used to live was practically its own... It was like walking in a different world.
That's right. Sirocco. It's really been a millennia since I left. This wasn't supposed to happen. None of this was supposed to happen.
Whatever happened, whatever was done when you were within the forest as it burned, it kept you bound in time. Well, it's hard to really say for certain, as to my perception you were merely a vast sky of stars, but you look no different now compared to before you left. It was as if for you time was stopped all this time, yet being awake all the same.
My body wasn't allowed to age. It wasn't allowed to be damaged.
It seems
I was
to
down there.
Be this case even after we freed you. When we pulled you out of what was holding you prisoner, your body was covered in cuts and bruises all the same. There's not a single mark upon you now.
Yeah. Of course not. There wouldn't be. Healing is everything. My gift, my power. I specialize in.
Well,
I found myself in the fort and it collapsed. It all collapsed. I felt it. I felt myself down there, I can still vaguely remember it. The feeling of my bones being crushed under rocks and a pool of blood that eventually dried against my skin, and that all happened, but of course I healed. That's what the Golden Lotus does. It was with me. Me, the Lotus, and a small group of others, but they died, and I didn't. They died before the Golden Lotus could help them. Given everything, I'm glad it was probably for the best. They would have been there with me if...
There were other ones down there, but I knew not what they were, who was with you, but they were humanoid-like figures down there. No semblance of humanity left in them. They were all bark, roots, vines alike. But I recognized them as being like me, just without the blessing of having been able to retain themselves. They've all been put to rest now. So whatever suffering they still had for however long it was, is over.
I can only hope they didn't have to count the seconds like I did. That's a mercy I hope they had.
I cannot be certain.
There was no way to get out, in any sense. There's no way for anything to end. My wounds didn't kill me, and so I just remained pinned. They healed over. I didn't need to eat. I couldn't die of dehydration. There was nothing that I had to worry about. I kept in perfect health all that time. I still am. But I don't even remember how, but the Lotus got away from me. There must have been some kind of underwater canal that led somewhere. I have no idea. But I noticed that it wasn't there. Not that it mattered, the waters in that place already had soaked up enough of it that it was just essentially a pool that stayed there. The effects were still the same, and they must have had an effect on the rest if they changed into whatever they did. I don't know when that happened. I can't place any events. I just have the events in a jumbled order in my mind, loosely placed.
And then
I'm trying so hard not to think about it too much.
30 years
ago, I can't explain the feeling.
That was when I found it. I don't remember exactly where it was. I couldn't even barely remember where I was, let alone who I was. But I heard you. The closer I got to it, the louder your voice became. You were the one who told me how to cause its petals to open, so that it would provide respite. By that point in time, I lived, but it was too late. My legs could no longer move. They were bound to the ground. I just remember hearing you trying to tell me it would be okay, even as everything hurt. As flesh solidified to wood, turned to this. And when it was all done, they took my memory away of you. I couldn't even remember your voice, let alone hear it. Until I found it again. Only but a few days ago. They didn't want me to remember you. They tried to stop me from it.
Who's they?
The spirits of the forest. Even those who were alive to witness the burning. The one who calls themselves General Anton, they were the one to tell me that they had hoped that I would give up on my efforts to remember. That they thought it would be better if I never realized the truth about myself, about you, about the Vale itself. The lotus, they call it the heart of the Vale. What makes it the way it is today? A place that brings misfortune to all who enter it, unprepared or otherwise. But you said it's yourself. It is not because it is malicious. It is scared. For however long, I do not know, it was alone. Living through a nightmare of its own creation. One that nobody bothered to ever try to stop. But I want it to end. I don't want that to be the legacy of a child of yours. Not after knowing what it was meant to be.
Even after you found them, they didn't know what to do with being needed again. I had known for all that time had been nothing. Neglect, loneliness. People sometimes don't know what to do with care, with affection when it's put in front of their face, if they've gone through certain things. And
perhaps we were kindred
even now,
spirits in
it's-
that sense. I think that's why I went into the Vale in the first place. To get away from it all. Despite the warnings, anywhere would have been better than staying where I was. I think I went there because I was looking for a place to die. Instead, I found them. I found you. For all those years, they were my only care, my only focus. I couldn't think of anything else, anyone else. I couldn't remember anyone else. All I knew is that they were the most important thing in my life, and I would do anything to keep them safe. That's all that was ever wanted of me. I suppose that's not changed, but the reason for it is not because I am being forced to, but because I want to. To give them the second chance they gave me.
This is still just all so much. I'm sorry.
I would be surprised if it wasn't.
I know that
Times.
this is something that you've been working hard to do, and that it's a day that you've been looking forward to for a long time.
I didn't expect it to be a happy one. I didn't even know what it was that I was looking for. Not until recently. Honestly, this is the most awake I've ever felt in my life. And I don't even know what to do with it.
I'm not sure I'm very clear on what I should do first either.
I'm less worried about myself. I'm worried for him. Casimir, in this age, he goes by the name Wulfric. I started all this for him. He put all of his trust in me to try to find a way to help him from the edge. Yet I still do not know for sure what will be his salvation. You were looking for him as well back then. Perhaps it was never meant to be something only one person could figure out. I don't want to see him go.
You're right.
But I'm sure you don't.
You're right. Back then, it was the entire responsibility of the rest of the Astra Sanctimonia and me. We all worked day and night to try and find him, but I'm not going to kid myself. With the amount of time that's passed, I can't sit here and hope to think that any of them are still around.
I don't know. If they are, I would not know where to even begin to look for them. But the people of this town love him dearly. And despite it not, I imagine they have nowhere near the same bond as the Astra Sanctimonium did. I can't imagine that they would be willing to sit idly by and let him fade away. That is, if you would like to help us find a way to help him.
I'd never leave my lord's side. Never again.
And you don't have to.
I have to find a way to help. You saved my life. I have to try and save his now. Either that or release him peacefully. But I can't do nothing.
You won't be alone in that effort. You'll have at least me. And I'm sure others of this town would be more than happy to lend their strengths. They already have been, after all. Whatever lies at the end for him, continued time upon this land or true peace. Whatever it is, he deserves to see it with his own eyes.
I think I need time alone. I just need some time to be here in this moment.
Take all the time you need. For now, I would leave them in your care as well. You've been separated from them for so long, it is only fair. Should you decide to leave, there is a latch on the door to lock it behind you. I'm going to bring the key back to the one I borrowed it from.
Okay.
glad you're back with us, Euphoria. I didn't realize how much I missed you until I realized how much was taken from me.
Thank you so much.
If there's anything you need at all, if I cannot be found, I may be at the Vale's edge. Just ask for Elisande, I will come day or night to find you.
Okay.
Rest well.
Oh, it's a dust bunny, apparently.
Things for sale.
Smell.
Mundane and magical from here and far.
Do we want to try and wrangle him? Or do we want to wait a minute?
Alright.
Might be one thing we'll have to bring up, but nothing permanent.
I'm trying.
Looks like something tried to eat into his spine though, so...
Yeah, everyone had some really fucked up shit in the Vale, but I pick him up though.
Oh, yeah, I've heard your group met her. How's she doing?
Oh, she's doing great, fine. She's thriving in such a foggy area.
She's been doing that for probably 40, 50 years.
Taking stabbed directly by each other did not help.
I'm just happy everybody.
We're just wrapping up. I think you're retired.
Oh my god, is that... You promised to stay seated and not stand?
You know that's a lie. Look at me.
You've been standing around.
That's a pretty
I have a couple more jokes in the time that you haven't seen me.
You know, that's yours, you know, Cauldron. I don't want to see the massacre.
Okay, you're not.
His legs are barking.
But I won't stand up until I'm given clearance by the doctors.
You want to roll off under the table? Even after you get there.
That's the first time I've heard that excuse. Normally I hear phantom wolf.
Actually, it's a recent affliction, one that hasn't really been around before.
I'm not
It's
helping
called
you, though.
having that dog in the
There's
legs.
not stand, sit.
It starts with the legs.
Oh.
That's such an oddly specific name.
They wish to help. They brought you a
That's,
professional.
Could you help him?
that's the street name for it.
Thanks.
Help him sit up, I mean. Just
I
sit up,
believe
not
the
allowed to
affliction's
stand.
called
Slightly
Lupine
covered in
Barking.
peanut butter. How you doing, Leonard?
It's delightful.
Alright, Tyrion, get ready. Cauldron's helping you.
I just want to let you know that Thomas wanted to ask you something whenever you're ready.
Tyrion, you're about to get out.
I owe something to Amaris first. Regarding,
Little.
little flower bud here.
I think it's important
want to know, let him all know Melvin.
I just need to know what she needs of me.
What was that?
I just need to know what she needs of me or what she's wanting me to do. I didn't quite catch it. I am still a little out of it.
That's fine. If you need rest after all of this, then take all the rest you need.
I am not worried about rest. I will get what I need in due time. It's important that I take care of this now.
Star, was that you taking a picture earlier? I heard a camera beep. That's your camera, isn't it?
No, not a red light district.
Why do you need to learn that it is? Who's teaching you these things?
Westarian speaking about a red light district.
What if I do?
He's married.
Strong.
She's...
Care for company?
Open sooner. The best place to go from island to island was to swim to him half the time. You would know, right?
I'm not gonna tell you no. I believe you had a question about what's happening there.
I am not a Dyson sphere.
I know you've been suffering a lot. I'm sorry that things went as they went in the Vale, and I'm sorry about my words to you, Ellen. I know you were just trying to help. I mean it too. It was just very bad timing for everything, and it's not your fault.
In the moment, I was the closest representation of everything for a lot of people. It doesn't surprise me that they took it out on me.
No, still. It's not fair. After all, they're the ones who decided to come along with us. I know a lot of, if anybody should be taking the heat, it's me. I'm the one who decided to try to blow it up, to try to kill more birds with one stone. At the end of the day...
We weren't... Who would have expected that we found anything like we did out there?
I mean, I figured we'd find cultists. I figured there'd be bandits and spirits and stuff like that, but the sheer quantity of individuals we dealt with, not even to begin to mention what the other team bumped into. Have you heard that?
Not at all.
Have you heard what they apparently dealt with a chimera that was bigger than anything I've ever heard before, with tentacles made out of people as large as the smithy. I have never heard of a chimera like that before. Not to mention numerous ones with numerous tentacles, and apparently my mother told them that they needed some kind of special poison to deal with chimeras, and that's something that hasn't been relevant. Then chimeras with parasites that dig into people's spines, and...
No wonder Anton was so... cross. That was the first time I've ever talked to him.
That's the first time I'd ever seen him as well.
Vaguely heard whispers of that name, but I didn't realize quite how important they were. I believe that was the point everything started going downhill because, well, maybe not you, but there are several people who seem to believe that I inflicted all of that on them and forced them into my problems by standing up for my own beliefs instead of just obeying him.
I've seen too many fall in the Vale to not believe in you. If there's anybody I could trust to see a difference, just as I'm entrusting you with the well-being of my sister, it's you.
So I know
I don't even know if I could trust myself.
It's
I just...
hard. I already struggled with feeling like I belonged here, and then... well, to see how eagerly people were willing to cut down those who were just like me made me realize how easily they could probably see me the same way. All of those things we fought down there to retrieve Euphoria, those were once people. They were all like me.
You were there for me, I'll be there for you.
Every last one of them. More than likely, they were Euphoria's original party that went into the forest
did something stupid.
in search of Wolfric.
Don't know. Other than that snowbell, that's it.
And because of the Lotus,
That is snowbell.
they were brought back. Is that? It is also why she stayed alive all this time.
Kind of in it. Part of it.
As for that, I've only seen it once before, but from the other side.
Stubborn man doesn't understand this. How you kill him at one point or another.
Normally it only works for
The final stages is that a flower effectively forms a
I
chrysalis
thought some of the people were going to attack you.
Look, have you ever had
to contain the magic within.
It's not the easiest thing in the world. Yes.
No.
Magic far older than anything I could even begin to hope to know.
I promise to protect you.
I think I have a bit better of an understanding.
When it opens,
We haven't even
Apparently it's
who
Snowbell.
knows? Who knows what she will look like?
The looks is one thing, but I need to know something very
I'm
important.
glad that she's in a safe place doing this.
Am I going to have to kill my sister?
Make sure that we've got things.
Trust to do
If you forsake her, leave her alone to grapple with the not just the changes, but the transformation.
Never mind. Have you tried tickling?
Then possibly.
No, I mean, I already did make it.
For me,
Quite nice.
Okay,
what
tell me tonight, you going to
preserved my sanity,
bath, you're gonna lay down and go to sleep.
my
What
own
about down
mind,
here?
sense of self was that I was not
So
alone.
basically, if he doesn't,
God damn it, Snowbell, you
Euphoria
What the heck?
the leash is
was there on the outside.
You dropped off, Snowbell. You dropped the
She,
fuck off.
I could not speak, I could not move, but I could feel,
No worries,
I could
Snowbell.
hear,
When you're out of there,
and my
I
mind
did not mean to flirt with you. I did not
latched
mean
onto them as the only thing that kept
No, she
me
isn't.
cognizant
I heard
of
the
Don't worry about it.
who I
we'll talk
was,
about it when you're back, if you're
what
ever
my
back.
name was,
I don't even know if you can hear me. Why am I speaking to the air?
most important
Whatever.
things that made me myself.
She's taken.
She has much better odds in that regard because she has more than just one person. She has an entire town.
Can't recall my own staff at the moment.
They didn't exactly get a chance to represent themselves.
And even so, I cannot predict how taxing it's going to be upon her.
I think she can hear. I think.
I can only hope that she is mostly unconscious.
I think.
Because if she's unconscious,
Weird though.
then she will at least be preserved to the pain, more than likely, of having parts of her body turn to solid wood.
Your version of the truth is some sort of oppressing the people.
It was strange.
They're not to be trusted.
When we got to
But
it,
she will still be her.
Is that what you
you could feel the mana running through
The
it.
vessel may be different, but the soul is the same.
That's what you're leaving me here. Elisande, I know not.
Captain Cole.
For the people who were cut down, the people like you down there, you do have my sincerest condolences. I'm sorry that things were led to such
It's alright.
an untimely fate. I will say, for me, they struck first. I fought back and defended myself.
I'm not going to make excuses for them. They were likely in agony for who knows how long. Cutting them down was probably a mercy.
What is this?
It doesn't mean we had to like it. And frankly,
believe me,
the whole situation
I did
was...
not.
Yeah.
But I knew it had
In
to
the
happen.
Vale, she was grabbed by...
Before you go, if you were to approach it, I wanted to inform you. The second group actually seemed to meld very well with the denizens of the forest.
But I don't know what else we can do.
According to them, they met my mother and she helped
Feels like
them.
the mana is tied.
That's good to hear.
If that's the case,
This is no Vale.
she likely warned them, just as you or I would warn them, that the Vale is to be respected, as it is neutral territory.
I see.
And it seems as if they did.
You can touch it.
I'm glad that they
It seems that like to hold
held
its own
back,
shape, but I don't want to test it.
as I know there are plenty who have their feelings about it. Goodness knows even I do now. You heard it
I don't
the
fault
same
you.
time that I did. That they wanted me ignorant of what I am, for whatever purpose they had for me. And now that they know they can't keep me in the dark, I don't know what they're going to do about me.
It's true that the situation in the Vale is escalating at a dramatic level. We dealt with numbers and apparently creatures of which I don't think any of us, even the past guild, has dealt with before.
They were
The
not the
situation
same
has
things I
escalated
saw
to
when the hounds of Bedlam were there.
And the
Before
people who were
monsters
there were
met.
more quantity than before. And the people we dealt with were far more in number than we've dealt with. And the chimera that the other team dealt with is far larger in scale than I've ever imagined. I'd like to believe that we can take hope and hearken to the idea that the removal of the Defleo's heart made it to where it's not the norm, but a one-off. But I know we can't hold much faith in that, especially with how high a number those in the Vale were. That mountain was crawling with them, and they still were.
They're going to be more
We
by
fought
My
up that
only
mountain for a long
hope
time.
is
You need help, or
I
you
may have
stuck
to
there?
extend the branch out. Branch. Unintentional joke. Reach out to General Anton.
When you were down there,
Understand the extent of this war that he has been fighting against them.
this to happen.
And find out if I
I did
am.
what I can to get it separated, and I kept it away
Well,
where we could pull it away. Use the rest of my men
If
to
I'm
do it.
to face punishment for what I've done,
In his way, we got her out. But
I know he said it was my choice, but
we didn't.
he is one voice out of
This is
thousands,
essentially.
and I'm sure
Hannah
they
and
are
Tide and all.
not happy with the decision I made to change things.
Is she gonna turn back?
She will come out in time. What she will look like is
Right now, she's just sleeping.
another question.
That's good.
But if it gets you any idea, she'll probably look more like me.
My
She
question is
was
what to do with
starting
her.
to, wasn't she, with the green in her hair?
That was the early stages. The final
And though what I'm told,
is this
it wasn't far
chrysalis.
behind.
Correct.
Is there anything we can do for her?
Well,
Keep it safe.
at this stage, this is, unfortunately, a point of no return. What isn't a point of no return, I know not. I don't even know the process myself, other than what it's like on the inside. And for her sake, I hope she is mostly numb to it.
I'm
guessing we water her daily. Take out.
Cool.
Quite honestly,
If I were to...
it is still a flower. It draws energy from the earth, as this is powerful earthen magics, befitting a place that is the sanctum of the Earth Gate.
Then it might be like a little bit more soil than wood at the moment.
Maybe it'd be good to get for lack of better terms, a pot. So she's with us.
That'd be a rather big part.
I would more recommend that she is given somewhere safe to effectively embed the flower into. The most, as much as I'm sure nobody will like it, the most potent source of earth right now that can be somewhat protected is the edge of the Vale. But there is also...
I worry about the safety.
There is also the recent sights of those crystal explosions that are still lush with earthen mana.
That is true. I mean, to be fair, there's that, but you're not wrong. That would be good, but I just worry about safety, about anyone messing with her. Unless we have guards that are 24/7, we can't promise that she'll be safe from people that aren't us.
Seeing as she is now...
You know we get visitors.
Joined my kind, for lack of a better word, that means I am also responsible for caring for her. Wherever she is, I will not be far.
That's fair. I just worry about the safety of it as well. Her.
So
You and
as long
me
as no one
both.
tries to open it, I think we'll be safe.
If they try
If we
to
were to
open
draw
it
any
before it's,
inferences from
before it's complete, it will likely kill her. So,
yes.
let that be a
Maybe.
very potent warning. Do not do that.
Maybe Elijah's greenhouse.
Pretty
Elijah
safe.
has the greenhouse. It's close to the beach. It's outside. It can be closed up, and no one can bother it. We could ask Mr. Elijah.
It is probably close enough to the site of the explosions that the mana's likely leached that far, and it is honestly not too far from the Vale itself. That it's two sources of powerful earthen magics.
One who says we can't just, you know, every once in a while get a earth crystal, ground it up, and mix it with the soil, right?
There's also that, and I
Yeah,
mean,
but sure.
I can always work my own magic upon it to nourish the flower. The faster it's nourished, the faster she will be free of it.
And the safer she'll be from it. That's good. She'll be able to defend herself.
Yes.
Sounds good. We can
I
ask
do-
Mr. Elijah when we see him next.
Hopefully she gets a bit luckier than I did when it comes to legs. I don't know what it is about that change, but it really likes to make roots out of them. Just like all those other ones we saw down there. By the way.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw the...
Everything we fought down there was once a person.
Oh, creature, I'm assuming, looking at that one stag.
Then I'm glad we didn't fight anything.
It was probably one of the creatures that was
I
a
saw your
part of
mother, by the way. She's
Floria's
very nice.
party.
Thank you. I hope she was helpful.
But yes.
She knows
They had so much help.
She helped us make a
Yes.
petition
Only
for
had that
Mara,
in you for a day.
so we can find
Maybe
it.
a day or two longer?
I'm glad
Well-
because The information that she gave you is something that
Just pat me next to her then, right?
that you and our groups dealt with is a dramatic escalation from the past.
You would have gotten a very
It's never been this bad before.
accelerated
even
version
from
of
the times
this.
we've gone into the Vale before.
I don't even remember how long it
If I
took
was
for
to
me
be
to
completely
start
transparent
succumbing
with
to
you,
it.
at least for our group, I expected us to go to.
Granted, I didn't really care.
Go in, fight some stragglers that maybe tried to
cursed life, yeah.
sneakily make their
Well,
way in and set it back up again, and be gone. Instead, we fought.
The sad thing about getting my
That being
memories
said,
back a
I
bit
expect
is
you
I
to
remember
go,
why I
maybe
went in
fight
there in the
something
first
besides one of the
place.
greater werewolf spirits.
I was
Nasty,
looking for a
but-
place to die.
We didn't fight any spirits, I don't think. We fought a chimera.
Oh.
But
I
well,
meant, I
on
mean,
the way,
size-wise.
Well, if it's any consolation, this is now twice you have
on
saved
the
my
way
life.
there, the only thing we really fought were
Well,
the outsiders, the cultists.
Your life would not have been
Everyone else was
necessarily
Wardens,
forfeit,
the
just
actual fake. The
I doubt
actual
you would have
Vale
liked what
creatures.
you became.
We were all kind of amicable with them.
Oh, to be honest,
They helped us.
I meant as a dog, I was almost eaten by 5 people. I don't think I would have made it much longer.
Fair enough.
And the
I almost
only-
became
we
half this
knew
town's
a
snack.
guardian.
Yes.
A gentleman. He was
I don't
a
understand
burning
why
gentleman.
that has
He was
ever
on
been
a
the
horse. He said he. Yes, he said he spoke to you. He was
Anton?
very kind.
Anton?
Yes.
Yes.
We spoke to him. He seemed very nice. He was very happy with us. So that's good. What I was saying was, the
Master
only thing we
is
really fought.
kinder than I
Miss
thought he would
Mars,
be.
I hate
to intrude.
To be honest, the only thing we really fought in the Vale was
if he's approved to move around yet, and I don't think I have jurisdiction for that.
the cultists, yes. Everyone else, all the other fake Vale creatures seemed
Apparently
very
someone in
kind,
Nyx
actually.
is involved, but I don't remember who Nyx is. Is it
Um,
the little bug one?
They actually helped us in a few cases. I got to test a moss bear.
If I was
It
in a more
actually quite
dramatic
nice.
mood, I would say something comedic, like I'm gonna put my foot in his ass.
The
but
reality
I'm
of
not-
that
I'm not
place
gonna-
is
No, do it
I can
anyway.
hit
I'll
him.
make
quite
you
as
feel better
dark
at the
as
very
people
least.
make it out to
Yeah,
be.
go ahead.
They would.
Most of them just want to be
You know,
left alone.
smiling
Do it-
takes so many
do-
muscles as opposed to frowning. It make you feel
Yes,
better.
they did want
the
us
wife
out
would the wife
quickly,
would
but
approve of it, just saying.
they seemed
still
nice enough to.
hope that things can change.
Oh man, I wish I had a wife.
Anton had given me
The
an
only thing we-
ultimatum. I don't know if he told you about it.
He didn't really have time to tell us too much. He said that he talked to you more in your people more in length, or your side more in length. But just that we needed our help to defeat the chimera that was causing problems. So we defeated it in one of the caves, and as was the other cultists.
I
But
suppose
that's
he
really
said
all.
that
The
I
only
would.
things-
I suppose he thought I would tell people what I did. For lack of a better word, I went against the entire Vale's wishes. They want to be left alone, and in order to do that, they needed the Lotus back. But I wanted to make it so they don't
You
need
literally
the
put the-
Lotus.
They're relying on something that you gave. Oh, good to have this at least. What they expect you to make the choice.
What I wasn't expecting was for him to actually allow me to make a choice and do it freely. Because had he actually made it a true order, I would not have had the power to disobey. That's part of the lovely part of the existence I have, is that
Oh goody, I would have a boss forever.
if a greater spirit, or in this case one that is as old as the Vale itself is, were to give an order with their influence behind it, I
was a
would
greater
literally
spirit.
have to. Yes, they are. They were alive when the
Oh.
when the Vale was still the Great Forest.
Yes, I was told about that. We told he burns.
He
so
burns
the other
so
town
they won't
doesn't burn, something
remember.
like that. Yes,
Oh,
or forget.
forget.
Yes, he is
Well, the ruins.
over 1,000 years old.
Makes
Oh,
sense with the
God.
ruins we found.
God, I didn't say anything. Felt like I would have stumbled on my words. Alright.
Regardless, he knew the power he held over me, yet he didn't choose to exert it. And I don't entirely understand why, but he also admitted that it was the work of one of the other keepers that, well, turns out I have been there. I have been intentionally being kept in the dark about what everything happened with our group for all this time, and they didn't want me to learn the truth. I guess they were afraid of what I would have done if I had learned, and, well, they tried to stop me. Before these trips, I was doing some work to understand what was happening, and, well, I don't know the best way to describe it, but one of these spirits effectively sent their influence along a connection I had to someone else, and spiritually struck me across the back of my head and made me pass out briefly. And now I have taken something of theirs away with the desire to truly attempt to heal the Vale. As I told Anton, a millennia of burning is long enough. They will never feel true peace until they allow themselves to heal. Which very well means that I don't know if I actually have a place there anymore. I don't know if they consider me one of their own just as much as well, some people in our group made it clear they don't see me as one of you all either.
That's silly.
So I have given up literally everything in pursuit of a
I
dream.
don't believe that. You'll always be welcome in my home. Like I said, without you, I wouldn't be here twice now.
Nice
You can
thought.
see the magical.
Don't see any reason not to. I mean, there's a lot stranger and, frankly, much meaner people that we allow here.
Oh yes, we have some very truly despicable people. I'm surprised they're still not in the jail cell, but whatever.
I'm not going to start naming names because I will start ranting if I do.
No, I would too.
May I ask then, so this Lotus, you kept it so you could try to heal Mr. Anton, or
The
just
Vale
the
as a
force in
whole,
general?
the Lotus is effectively the heart of the Vale. Well, the heart of the Vale as it currently is. The true heart is the Earthen Gate. But the source of the miasma, the source of everything, the attacks on people's minds, the things that turn normal people into this, all of it originates from the state it had become. But that's not what it was meant to be for. It was, still is, a relic born of perhaps the most powerful healer this world had ever seen. The one who is currently holding on to it at this time. That woman we brought back is the one who brought that relic into this world. And is also one of
One you were
Wolfric-
carrying?
Yes. And also one of Wolfric's friends from his time.
Okay, so this healer is trying to use the Lotus to heal the Vale.
That's what
And
I am trying to
Mr.
do.
Anton doesn't.
I want to do this. However, as long as the Vales existed, that woman that we brought back had been trapped and encased within the Vale for whatever reason. They were not allowed to die. That Lotus with them was effectively keeping them in stasis. And the Vale decided to keep her that way. To which I would like to understand why they did that. Not that I am.
Maybe the Vale wants to be healed. Maybe, I mean, not Mr. Anton, maybe, but maybe the Vale in general wants to be healed, and that's why they kept her.
Deep down.
So that she.
Deep down, I imagine there is a wish to be free of the pain that they feel. But they also won't recognize it for themselves.
I think that's... I mean, isn't that instincts to want to be
Pretty
better?
much. But they have been left alone with their own pain for this long, and the only ones that come in there and make any effort to stay, well, they just become part of the system that keeps it perpetually in agony.
Hate breeding hate, and so forth, right?
Exactly. And to an extent, that was even me. I wasn't hateful, but I would never have given it any sort of fault. Of course, that requires basically being crafted to their desire. Part of me slightly regrets getting my memories back because there are things that I am actually glad that I had forgotten.
There's always a past we wish to forget, at least portions of it. But that's the point of living, I guess, right? Finding our mistakes and moving forward.
I don't even know
As
if you
much
could
as it
exactly
hurts.
call these last 3 decades living. I was
Maybe not.
caretaker as I was, knowing that everything was basically laid out for me to do exactly what they wanted is, well, I wouldn't have believed it if it didn't come straight from the oldest spirit that I think the Vale has left.
A bell? Or a horn?
There was a horn out front of the guild hall.
Yeah, they're doing it for the meeting. Won't care enough to sitting on it. They're taking you to jail.
Where's
No,
this
go
meeting?
back, Cauldron. I'll give you a shiny earth crystal to put him in jail. I'm not.
Miss...
I think it'd be funny though.
Do you want to hug?
Ah, damn. No, it
I
wasn't.
feel like you need one, but I don't want to just do it.
As long as you ignore the sounds of pain, because I'm sure there are probably still some parts of me that are damaged. Yeah.
I'm sorry you had to go through all that. Soft hug.
It's alright. Not much you can do when you become a servant to a place where your only goal in going there was finding somewhere to disappear and wither away, I suppose.
Okay. Are we gonna be
Things have
moving
changed now,
her?
haven't they?
You
Are you
sure
one of
perhaps
us?
it would be best to get her moved out of here?
If we can get
Yeah.
her to that greenhouse, that would probably be the best compromise for
I will
quality.
Actually, Miss...
If it's...
Are you picky on
May I
who
carry
carries
her,
her?
if
Can
it's
you
okay?
carry her?
Of course.
I'd like to try.
Okay, go for it.
She's my sister after all.
Of course. We'll have to talk to Mr.
Do they ever need anything? Come knocking at the library.
Okay, you Borrowing it stupid for little now.
Clampanui. You're a friend to me.
Certainly.
She broke in my heart.
Alright, I'll get the doors for you.
They played my heart will go on while
You go upstairs?
That said, looking at the state it's in now, I can't exactly say I know what it looks like on the outside, as that was what I last saw, but I'd say she probably has 3, maybe 4 days.
Arnus?
Out of character, you could be Luna.
Oh my
Right,
god,
the quickest way is probably gonna be... Yes, the quickest way is gonna be up the hill.
Alright.
And then down the hill.
But judging the state that it's in right now, I imagine that so long as she is given access to the energy that the flower needs to complete the process, we're looking at 3, maybe 4 days before it is complete.
Amaris.
I think for me it
Then
was.
should be nice and safe in the.
I think for
Walk
me
and
it
talk,
was
would
about 5 days of being in that chrysalis.
Sure, if you can. Just hobble.
I lost track after
Oh
the.
right, you're hobbling, aren't you?
I'd carry you if I could,
Just
but I'm
wanted to
carrying
tell
someone.
you, I
There you go.
Who needs to be
Right.
carried?
met your mom out there.
Oh yes.
What was she, I've heard she was doing well.
She's fine. She wanted me to tell you that she misses you and she loves you. And
Oh,
hopes you well.
interrupt.
Yeah, and right.
It's not even funny anymore.
I think I know the address that she's staying at the moment. We have a, harvest, location that they go to within the Vale before they rotate up north for the winter when the freeze hits, so... Thank you. If I'll write to her and maybe she'd appreciate
A little
some
stuck
nice
in her
meals
ways,
as well.
but she's nice.
That's when I left.
She cares about you.
That's what made it hard.
Well.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Feel free to write to her as well if you'd like. I'm sure she'd appreciate hearing from some new people. My new friends, as I'm sure she called them.
Just don't leave her too lonely, okay?
She's got down there, but you're right. I'll reach out. Thank you, Tyler. Oh, we'll be right back. We're just planning a bud.
Just wanted to let you know.
Planning a bud spot.
Appreciate it.
Yes.
Should we she's roughly carrying it?
I don't remember at what point. I think it was 5 days. It's hard to remember because about the point that I felt my hooves turning to roots, I wished I had lost consciousness. Unfortunately, I think the Lotus kept me awake through all of it. Because I had it at the time. And it's the same reason why Euphoria stayed awake and alive for as long as she did.
Euphoria, is that your friend? Or the
Yes, that's...
Your Vale friend? Yes.
Well, she's not of the Vale, she's... She is...
The healer?
Yes. One of Wulfric's old companions from a while back.
I'll inquire about that timeline later. As old as he is.
Well, the
To
sun is
put
still up.
to put it into reference, she went looking for him back around the time, right as about the point that the Great Burning happened. She looked that way back then.
I will say,
if the memory I saw was any
accurate. If you want to study, I guess, feel free to.
Oh, I am immensely fascinated. However, yes, I don't want to touch her just in case she can feel it. It would be strange.
If you want to, I can
touch
be
it.
in company with you because I know what it's like on the other side
Yes.
of it, at least. And
That would be nice.
That's probably best.
if
probably
anything,
the best,
I
yes.
actually, as knowledgeable as I am about the place that I am bound to, I know very little about the process that creates the touched.
Well, I suppose we'll have a way to record it now.
Aside from knowing that it is some
got a
sort of
terrible thought.
influence of the magic of the Vale, I don't know what precisely causes the changes to occur.
Well,
I've
what
always addressed
happened
the,
when you...
It's not the mental
was happening when
influence
you did
because
get
I can
cocooned?
block it away. Let's see. At that point, I was delirious, thought I was hallucinating the voice of somebody who told me that it was okay, that I would survive. And, around that point in time, I think I started to panic because I could no longer lift my legs because they were stuck to the ground. I think around that point in time was... It had been... What was it? A day, 2... Maybe it was a week. Sense of time goes away in there. The amount of leaves sprouting off of my horns had, well, it looked about as lush as this. I think it was when it was starting to sprout flowers.
Are you
and
obstructing his access to the seat? So that's right here.
I think all of it's soil, right? Yeah.
It was more and more delirium.
Did you put it next to the carrots on purpose?
We're gonna say yes. I think those are onions.
It'll help her eyesight.
No, I think those are
so
carrots.
I heard.
They look like it.
Yeah, those are. Oh no, you're right. You're right. No, you're right. I'm
Those
not
are
gonna
absolute. Those are
Anyway,
absolutely.
I'm not gonna.
onions.
That's not my fault. He's the one. Anyway, all right. I'm gonna close it up.
But preferably while they're not
Oh,
in
well, one of
it.
Yeah, of course. Well, you know, I closed one half.
Maybe she gets hungry.
We can come in a little later and.
Are you stinky?
I guess it was vitals.
We can come in a little later and put some soil, new soil in it.
If we can, we could also try
Does it
to
have to be from the Vale?
I'll be by to visit you every day.
possibly a mixture. I think some from the Irvin region over on the beach, and some from the Vale. A mix of that might be a different earth energies.
Almost like fertilizer.
Like I said, I am winging this as much as you are because this is the first time I've actually witnessed the process myself.
Well, whatever
I'm not
happens, we'll
judging.
write it down.
I'm just
From
witnessing
the
the
outside,
process.
at least.
Well, whatever happens, we'll write it down. So we have record for next time if...
I sure hope there is not a next
There
time,
should
because
be.
I don't think anybody will be happy about that.
Who knows? At the very least, having a record would be nice for future prosperity. Alright, close up. I don't think there's a lot to it, but I don't think anyone will bother the plants in Elijah's. They never do.
You'd have to tell Elijah if he has one or not.
Oh, right. I'm gonna put a little... Actually, I've got this easy. Here, got it easy.
You're gonna tie a note to the bulb?
Yes. No, onto the... Well, yes, but onto the door, actually.
Okay.
Write up a little note, and it's gonna say...
Do not disturb.
Please do not enter Elijah...
where did your
please
horns
see
go?
Amaris, and do not touch the purple bulb.
Became the branches on my head, I presume.
Oh, you're right. Okay, I will yell.
I will say, I
void.
used to have horns that kind of grew backwards, turned into the branch that is effectively my hair. Just like I used to have hooves, and those became...
Hello. So, we've closed up the doors, and Amelia's posted a little note on the wall, or the,
do they grow?
the thing that says
Do they have to be
essentially,
maintained?
Please do not disturb the greenhouse, and a note to Elijah that says, Elijah,
never really
please see
paid too
Amaris,
much
do not touch the
attention
purple
to
bulb.
it. They maintain themselves at least enough.
Yeah, just so no one...
Elijah may be aware.
Well, if
Some
that is
point
the
in
case,
time,
I've seen people
I don't know
really
when
maintain
my blood
trees in a similar way.
I know my blood didn't used to be green.
Looks like the produce he's growing is actually...
You ever heard of square trees? Some aristocrats seem to think it's fancy.
Hopefully she doesn't eat all his... all his vegetables. Like, from the ground.
I think the same principle could be helped with your situation.
Possibly.
Though, I guess it'd be uncomfortable in the beginning.
Even if there is a small area over there.
Granted,
it
is a bit of a difficult thing because some parts of me, even though they look like a plant, if you were to cut them, I would bleed.
Honestly, if it wasn't here, I'd be with Elisande.
Well, as you stated, it seems that's mostly bark.
Nature as well, so.
But if you wish to have some semblance of your old stature, I would recommend asking the blacksmith to make you, I guess, iron horse shoes. So, the bark can be shaped.
Given what I was trying to do
I have
back
no idea,
then,
but all of us are winging this anyway.
it might be better that I don't regain my old
Was it
guise.
just me? Did anyone else see Vitas around? I was just curious.
Oh yes,
Yes, your mate walked that way.
Different directions, literally.
That way. He went that way. He went that way.
To be fair, I
Up the
followed
hill.
up there, but he might have gone up. He probably went
He
up.
went
the
up the hill.
Go
Up the hill.
Thank you. What the?
That is if it's comfortable for you now, or would you rather have
That was really aggressive.
shaped bark feet?
I can manage.
Very nice. Good.
I'd rather not have to relearn how to walk again. Because the first time I came out with these, I
You do as you will.
kept getting my
I'm gonna leave
feet
it to you,
stuck in the
Hudson.
ground because I was so
I'm
used
not
to
the best.
stepping
I
down harder
I know enough about
that I would just
having to
literally plant
not
myself in the
kill
ground and I'd
something,
get
but
stuck.
I think I'd
Well,
leave it to
you're
the
gonna have to do
professionals.
that again, it seems, but more than another.
I'd rather, like I said, back then I went
I
to
mostly
there
mentioned her.
wanting. Oh.
There's a little part of me that keeps
Well.
saying, just put her in the veil, just put her in the veil, just put her in the veil, but...
Depends on what happens. I don't know.
We can
Every
see
one
what
of us is
happens in the morning.
different.
If she's feeling sickly, we can definitely move her. Repot her,
That's
as it
fair.
were.
I can make visits during the night and come check on her.
I'll probably come check before I go.
I was
to
gonna
the
say,
as well.
maybe your mother might be curious. Better insight.
It actually
Maybe.
does surprise me
She
to
knows
learn
anything
that
about
there are actual people living in the Vale just fine.
I mean, the bandits
Oh, my
and
mom's been doing
cultist
that for...
people were there
Well,
anyway. I
they-
don't know for how long.
They're
Normal people.
probably quite
yes.
delusional at this point. My mother,
They
though,
weren't-
she's been doing this for double the time that I've been alive, so...
Are you sure she's not delusional? Even in her own normal way.
No, she isn't. Unless something suddenly changed in a very short time, for all intents and purposes, at least by a long-term comparison that I've been gone.
Yeah, she didn't seem delusional. She seemed very helpful.
I got a little bit of...
Yes, quirky is the
her
better word.
stubbornness as well. Quirky? My mom is quirky.
Oh god.
She was very adamant of respect of all the denizens, even if they were hostile.
Well, I mean, that is
Well,
exactly
only
what
so
I
much can be
told
managed.
everybody before we went in there too, so that just means that she
The-
understands how they work the same way I do. Which is nice.
I mean, the veil creatures didn't bother us on our end, right? They were a little bit
some.
tricksy, but they didn't hurt us.
They would
Some
have
of
ripped
them.
the people
Well,
who
okay.
lingered in half if the wolves did not.
Aside
stay
from
away
the
from those
giant
things.
fish.
Oh, we didn't see a giant fish. Wait, do you mean the giant tentacle fish? Wait,
No.
Oh, no, we dealt with a
Everywhere?
giant fish.
Oh, an actual giant fish. Oh my.
Yes.
Like
They
an
would have found something else. But no,
Yeah,
there
all the
was a
veils
pack
do
of
seem
wolves
nice.
following us the entire time through our journey. They seem to have sometimes left, getting
Well-
a mouthful of meat from the cultists.
If the wolves were the ones that were more like the ones that looked like they were made of wood, those were actually some of the spirits.
Yes. Hmm.
Earth spirits,
I see.
timber wolves, I believe.
Yes.
Is the designation for them.
They're assistants
don't
to some of the keepers, but not the keepers
She may have been
themselves.
harkering. She also may have been harkering her respect even for the hostile ones, but you are allowed to defend yourself. Just remember that they aren't overtly benevolent or antagonistic. They are purely neutral. And they can and will
And hopefully they know
on
when to
occasions attack people.
pick their battles.
There was a creature, it looked like, for all intents and purposes, a moss bear. They seemed rather nice. We helped heal them. They got their arm hurt. We
I believe
took care of
that.
They seemed very nice.
I had to cut down a tree to make it a splint. So I guess part of its leg.
Was it for the spirit? Oh, not the spirit, the bear?
Yes.
Oh, trust me.
Yes.
The Vale knew. You'll be fine. They watch to see what happens to a lot of things. The fact that you cut it down for helping its own, that you'll be fine. Now, if you had taken that, if you had just cut it down and dragged that tree out of the Vale, oh, they would have known and they would have been very upset.
Oh, by the way, we have a new spirit friend. It's a dark spirit from what I can
The jester.
Tiny one?
Yes, he's very nice. His name's Curse.
I was wondering who that was. I was very...
There were a number of people
very
that came
confused.
back from your group that I did not recognize at all.
Very surprising, if I'm being honest.
Yes.
Just so you know, they can possess small animals and things.
Okay.
Also, apparently, they can put people to sleep.
What is with us
So
and
people
every
just
time we
sleep
go
down
into
the
the
ground
Vale,
and
we
sound
come
like-
back with more people than we left with? We can't keep adopting
Well,
people.
as you stated,
They came separate.
the Vale is
They're not
wide and
Vale.
has many people left to wander.
They said specifically that they probably wouldn't last very long in the Vale, for whatever reason.
Point stands. They weren't there when we left, and now they're here.
Yes, there's quite a few, 5 or 6. There's another beastkin I saw too. And definitely a we found. Apparently 2 new people. One a rider and another, I guess, crippled. One with the cane. No,
Let's
yes.
begin to
I
presume
gotta figure
their
out.
backgrounds, but as long as they're not causing problems for people, I honestly don't care.
That is my standard.
They said they just want to be entertained. Also, I want them not to touch themselves.
That could mean a lot
Oh,
of
they want to be
things.
entertained. Oh, if they want to be entertained, I'm sure that the funny red noses and giant shoes that a lot of people seem to entertain.
Erebos has returned, so he's not lost in the forest.
At this
But
point,
no, they like
Oh,
magic.
good.
They
I
like to be
didn't realize
entertained
that
by
there was
magic.
someone who was lost. I'm glad I don't have to go
that
looking for
kind
them.
of entertainment.
Decided to say there's blood left, though I don't know in what fashion.
They might like
I'd
that.
assume
For
finding
his
any
sake?
remnants of the cultists.
For his sake, I hope it was just the cultists. I hope. Because
Yeah,
Anton
you can ask someone to
Anton
decide to
didn't
get
want
up.
the cultists there either, so they were fair game.
If Erebos cause
forgot.
problems, then we'll either hear about it from them coming here, or next time we go there, they're gonna say, "Hey, remember that guy who beat the shit out of those people?"
I'll
Which
just
we're
hand
all
him
gonna
over.
Say no. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think at that point, with how much has happened, people just be like, you dug this hole, you get yourself
I gotta
a
see if that.
Bye.
What is that? It's a burning branch.
The
Guardian
stun.
thing.
The stun.
In town.
Yeah, I was about to say the stun is starting to
The
stack.
large figure
Wait,
that
I
we
can
met.
talk
Well, we met within the woods. He wanted to give us a mutual mission to get rid of the cultists.
That would have been General Anton.
I'm gonna go try to hunt.
You met.
See if I can grab
One of my
Well,
masters.
hopefully Anton. Oh, well, I made a demand of one of your masters, and hopefully he follows through on it.
Well, as far as I can tell, he is honestly the most agreeable of the ancient spirits of the Vale that I have ever met.
Yes, he seems to carry the burden of his burnt home on his shoulders, similar to what I have done.
Well, I mean, I
He still feels it.
kind of stood up against him for my own beliefs, but if he really wanted to, all he had to do was just invoke himself and his presence as a command, and I would have been forced to do whatever he told me to, so he didn't.
I demanded him to parlay and try to figure out the territory problems that we might have.
Oh. And he agreed?
Seeming to, but like you said, maybe they'll listen, maybe they won't. He wanted help getting rid of the cultists. So, we obliged. And hopefully he gives us an audience with at least some of the others.
He put a choice in front of me that apparently was one that they were hoping I would make one choice and not the other, but they left it in my hands. So, that choice being the future direction of the Vale, effectively. Because I wanted to not be this. I want that place to actually heal so that we don't have to have these territory disputes because of it being the boundary between safe land and dangerous land.
Well, like I told you before, my problem was the fact that there's visual evidence that the Vale has been growing very close. And we both don't want conflict. So, if they can halt this direction, it would be appreciated. And we won't have any unnecessary problems arise.
I should probably clean myself up in the water.
I'll let you listen to grass playing. Don't worry about it. I am actually an expert grass player.
What? What are you talking about?
You're not made of grass, are you?
I'm sorry? What?
What? No, I mean I'm a grass player, like I mean I'm probably also very good playing. Never mind.
Okay. I see.
Okay, anyways.
You're doing great.
Of all the things to walk in, crap. Holy shit. Oh my fucking god. Wow. Of all the things to walk in on. She's a grass player. She wants to blow me, guys. Hell yeah.
You're free to peruse as you like, to see if you can find any.
I can't
Are you
really
protecting
judge,
the
but
people from danger?
It's called a cat's eye. That's what it's called. Here you go, sir.
You're doing a good job.
Into this town, I've realized that I'm quite short. Maybe. I'm shorter than you, me. I guess we.
I am perhaps
There's gonna be a lot of
person to ask.
people in that direction.
Even Gwen over here is quite tall.
Hello. And it's raining.
It's raining.
That's clearly a sign something bad's going to happen. Everybody knows the rule. Rain equals bad thing.
Right, would you like to step inside?
You'll be okay.
Get wet.
Just stay over here. The rain can't get you.
You move slower?
Oh my god, it's fucking radiant! She was always meant to be a dust bunny. Truly, we have found their purpose. Let's see. Did she made a character yet? No. Now to get her high? No! I can't do that to her on her first day. So I'm pretty sure it's her first day. I can't immediately get them with the, hey, you want a flower? I can't do them like that. Not this fast. They're probably having a council meeting still.
Oh, you were here before I was.
Hmm?
Well, welcome back. Welcome back.
Do you know if they're doing a council meeting? Do you know if they're doing a council meeting upstairs or something?
Oh, I'm not trying to go to the council meeting. I'm just getting a potion.
But no, I was asking if they were doing one, which indirectly answers my question, yes.
Apparently some kind of meeting.
Over
I think
what?
it's to do with today.
Oh.
It has to do with today. Whatever, as long as the quicker they can get this stuff sorted out, the better.
Say, if they can stop putting their feet in their mouths over the matter, because from what I understand, it seems like they can't decide amongst themselves what they even want to do.
It's a bit, well, I think they, I don't know. But either way. Not my, oh,
What'd you say to her?
Oh god. Oh, it's like 5 different.
Magic that
you know. We hired some guards that, you know, escorted us here.
Captain needs
So
to
I didn't have to use any of my magic.
ask for permission before taking something. They were somewhat helpful.
Get the while you can. I'll be packing up
Phoenix would have died multiple times over if I was not there.
Yeah, perhaps she should have.
Why? Do you want to leave?
It would be nice if he died.
No, I don't want to leave. It's just... Back at... I feel like if Delilah was very badly injured, her blood was everywhere on her. It was dripping all over the place. I was the only one healing her. If she was so bad, so injured, so much blood loss, I feel that had I not done anything, she would have been dead. I've never had that feeling before. I've always had...
Plant RP, plant RP, plant RP, plant RP.
This is new to me.
It is a good thing.
It is a good finish.
Oh god, the J troop.
Having been there, right place, right time. Don't think of wrong times, wrong place. Have trust.
I need to go AFK briefly. So I'm gonna find a random corner and just RP vanish. RP vanish. Oh, I will explain in a little bit. There is a lot to it. You were close with Phoenix. No O. Otherwise, let's see. You have the right spelling. Okay, before I go back in, let's do a quick little lore history. So Phoenix, for reference, is not a dragonkin. He is actually, I believe, a very large kobold that is basically a product of being experimented upon as a chimera, basically, to become more draconic in nature. So he resembles a dragonkin, but is not a dragonkin. Regardless, Elisande does not know this,
the dryads hate Dragonkin with a passion. Like, they are absolutely, like, they do not like them because of what the Dragonkin did to their home, like, the places that they called home. So from a, like, just instinctual worldview side of things, she already hates him dislikes him because of that. But furthermore, he is a massive gleaming hypocrite in her eyes, because he goes on and on about, oh my god, it's like, I am protecting this town, like you people are the ones that cause it pain, but then he loses control of himself so often and goes off on a rampage, hurting the very people that he says he's quote-unquote protecting. And during the Vale mission, he was the one that kind of went super aggro on her during the whole, like, General Anton thing. And, was like, you know, it was like, why did you drag us into your problem? Basically acting like everything that was happening that was bad was her fault, because he was acting like she was the one who set up the entire expedition in the first place. And she took massive exception of that. And, well, it's because of that last instance where then he proceeded to say in that interaction, my duty is to the town, I will protect the town, and then proceed to almost kill people. She's like, you are a hypocrite. You hurt what you actually claim to protect. You don't deserve the life that you are given.
What are you gonna do? Well, that's one said she'd meet up with me after.
But yeah, no. She absolutely hates Phoenix. She would not cry for him if he died. And deep down wishes he would die, because,
she was
well,
town meeting where
even if she has her own difficult feelings about the Vale right now, she still cares about the Vale. And the fact that he, in all that stuff, is acting like, I want the Vale to burn. Well, you know, she's just kind of, you know, she doesn't really like that, given that, you know, that place is, despite her, current problems, it is still her home. It's the only place that she really has that she can belong. And she also knows that burning it will not fix the problems. It'll make everything worse. So he is just actively advocating to make the problem worse, and then we'll act like, what the fuck? Why didn't it work? Honestly, she wouldn't even care. She didn't know about the worm thing, but, you know, even if she did, she wouldn't really give him much excuse.
Alright.
Because he's put his foot up his ass so many times with her that there's literally nothing he could do unless he did like a full 180 on his attitude that would make her view him in a favorable way.
Dust, stuff and dust. But that was
Can you pick up your dust after you do that? Is that a thing? Is it possible?
Mimi? I'm not sure if you understand. Are they?
So yeah. That is, like, out of anybody, Phoenix is the person that she despises the most, because he represents everything that led up to what created the Vale, and even with her memories back, her disposition is still warped by the Vale's changes to her. She will always be hyper defensive of the Vale, even in her current state.
want someone to meet? You want me to meet someone? What?
I think you're meeting.
Oh, you think there's a meeting? Oh.
Oh, don't worry. Otto is a close second. But at least Otto doesn't say we should burn the Vale. That is the only thing he's got going for him. But yeah, Otto is just a dick, not a hypocritical dick. There's a difference. So, how was your cave exploring adventure, champion of playing grass, was it?
I mean, yeah, I mean, we didn't really explore the cave. It was more like we, yeah, we sang some songs.
I'm so proud.
Why, you're interested in my playing grass abilities? Okay.
Well, you seemed so proud of them, so I couldn't help but point it out.
Okay. Don't worry, Amir. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Layla, what is going on?
Got her back. Right, let's see. Most direct path would be pretty much across here, so if there's a good concentration up here that makes its way down to there, it's likely a good thing. You can just...
Champ presents?
So... with, you know, Snowbell planted in the greenhouse, she was wanting to see, like, there's still, like, that higher concentration of earth mana all over the beach, probably because of the whole, like, crystal explodey thing. She's wanting to see if there's, like, basically a bit of a trace of it going, like, if it's kind of, like, leached out that far, if it's basically going to help nourish the flower any.
Not necessarily. It's sort of like an ambient heat, you know? So it's completely localized around this area. And the other crystals form a sort of like a basin that contains
Kind
the
of like a
energy.
barrier, basically.
Mm-hmm.
What if she took soil from the epicenter of it and took it over to the flower? Is it infused?
That would definitely be enriched fertile soil. Yes, yes.
Alright. That's what's happening. Just letting you know. I'm pretty sure the door's unlocked. I don't think there is a lock on it, but, you know. Okay, well, if it's not going to make it over there, I'll just have to bring it to her. Let's see. This was right in the middle of where the explosion occurred, so it's probably the most potent. Even just a little bit can go a long way when it's hyper-infused with mana. If she's going to become a Vale touch like me, I might as well give her the best odds to turn out good. Hopefully the Vale has a sense of humor and they'll at least make her beautiful. Get a bit for the other side too. Carefully, not to step on the other plants. Base of heavily earth-infused mana soil. Be able to emulate a bit of the environment of the Vale without, well, the rest of it. That'll do just fine. Okay, we're there in a hurry enough to jump off a cliff.
Howdy fuck. Okay. Wow. I still need to find Gobby. I need to give him back his key.
Are you doing
Shows you that pulled the parasite out.
Same shit as ever happened.
They're
up there debating the validity of people to be born the race that they are.
What else is new?
And talking
They
like they
always
know
do
a
this.
damn thing. They are making every single mistake I've ever seen any government do.
My friend,
I'm confused about.
I want you to understand.
About
fucking
who?
meeting was supposed to be 30 minutes. I don't fucking know how long.
Lily, Tem, Milani, and Luna.
Oh, I guess.
Just because they are something different. This shouldn't even have to be a discussion.
Isn't Lily a Death Leo? They have the same traits as one.
Say no.
Supposedly, they believe they are related to some creatures called anathema. I don't know what those are. I don't care what they are. The fact is, I have hurt more people in this town than any of them have. Yet, I'm fine.
We actually should be able to handle these relatively well. I put together a little price so that way.
They fear what they don't understand. This has always been the case for as little as I've known them.
I'm basically going to.
Not to mention, just about every point made comes with an emotional outburst from someone else thinking that they know all the answers.
Relatively quickly now, the complicated one.
Yep.
This one right here, right by your course. Now,
And let me guess, they're not asking any of the people actually involved in the matter, as in the ones that they're talking about.
It took them about an hour of talking about them in front of them to finally suggest that they ask them something.
I can take care of it as
It's a long time.
At least they talk about them.
the position that is most comfy for you.
Most people just want to have my kind burn. They don't care to hear my side of it.
Iron-based cramps.
As far as I'm concerned, it doesn't matter what a person is. You judge them by their actions.
Whatever's most comfortable for you, I promise. I know how to work in many ways.
As long as it's convenient for them, right? That seems to be the caveat.
When you free yourself.
This is why I think any government like this fails.
So much better to work with.
Sooner or later the dam breaks. Just what happens when it does.
And of course, it eventually came to, well, we're new, we're going to make mistakes, and we're going to keep making mistakes, and it's important we acknowledge that.
Well, how many people's lives have to be ruined or ended before they decide that they've lost that barrier to hide behind?
It was one of the few times I spoke up, because they're wrong about that. They are not new. This is the same government that anyone has ever attempted and failed with.
She's the lieutenant.
Yeah, I was going to say, hasn't the council been around for a while?
Regardless of if the council has been around for a while, this same kind of government is what I mean. Everyone, everywhere across the world, has done the same thing and continued to fail and get people hurt and killed. Because the problem is, they are all up there in their own little fucking world, while we are all down here dealing with real fucking problems. Alright.
Because Tyrion is my boss. So,
for me then.
Eventually, something's going to happen to show them. Whether or not it will open their eyes is another thing. Whether or not they regret it
I
is
just
the
wonder how many
telling
times they have
factor.
to see this town fucking burn before they get a
Make sure to
clue.
do is the water crystal that's in here. I have a couple of reloadable ones.
It's only happened like, what, 3 times by now?
That's why I try to make my problems not the council's problems, because I know I can at least control how to get handled.
It's an interesting use for a water crystal.
As it seems like the council's where most ideas go to die, or where most people's safety becomes disregarded.
Sometimes things done quickly. So we use the tools around us to create interesting alternative answers to many of the solutions we have. It does damage the crystal, but what I've noticed is, although it does melt the material a little bit, it does not cause an unstable reaction, causing any kind of explosion. But it would wane down the crystal, which is fine, because little blue boy here loves to make sure that we are
Sending some
in a comfortable manner.
device. It's a communication device of some sort.
I've never tried, no.
You might want to check if that's an actual man who looks like a man. Or at least more like a lion. Right, but very fine.
Are you talking about, Mr. Mira?
Miru? Yes. We protected each other, and then we came into town together. I used to refer to him as my giant dog. Just a rather large dog, you know?
That is an interesting way to refer to someone else.
It was so that Tyrion would let me keep him in the house, but unfortunately it didn't work because Mira didn't fit.
Good night, little one. I'm going off to where I should be. I don't live here in town. I live out in the Vale. Not a place you'd probably like to be. I don't know what it would actually do to one of your kind. As curious as I am. I swear I feel like I can actually understand that one. I must be more tired than I thought I was.
Peach.
Oh my god! I wasn't expecting to like just respawn inside somebody.
Hello, Ari.
Hi.
Ari's inside me.
It's not the way I
You were inside me.
It's not the way I want that to happen.
There was a line that was about to happen there.
Yeah? Yeah.
I'm headed to bed. I take hug first. Oh.
Hug.
Love you. Have a good night.
I love you too.
Mwah.
Oh, we on for tomorrow?
Yes. I'm doing a little anyway. Yeah, we're on for tomorrow.
Awesome.
Oh, I need to move over servers. Okay.
So do I.
Bye bye.
Getting attacked.
Get attacked, get attacked, get attacked. Why aren't you eating a healthy diet?
I try.
I mean, it can't be any more
not really.
awkward than what I walked out of the Vale to when I went in there to briefly visit and like drop something off, and I walk out to fucking Layla going like, yeah, I'm a professional grass player, and I just like stop and I'm like, what?
Oh god.
And she just and of course in typical Layla fashion just starts like digging the hole deeper and deeper. I'm just losing my shit. Like, I think she's saying she wants to blow me. Or touch grass, I'm not sure.
Get blown.
Yeah!
Damn, take me out for dinner before you stop touching my grass and blowing me. God damn.
Yeah, I don't want someone to just play my grass without, like, you know, getting to know me first.
Yeah, like, give me
It's
a
okay.
nice salad and
It's okay. I made fun of her for it later in character.
Good. Good.